I'm Dave Rat, and let's see what happens if I mount one of these, which is a PowerSoft M-Force motor. It's a linear drive moving magnet speaker motor. There's some neodymium magnets mounted on a plate here, immersed in a magnetic field with the coils of the transformer embedded, potted into these big slabs. This thing is weighing in at 54 pounds, and it is a beast of a powerful motor here. And what we'll do is we're going to see what happens when we connect it up to one of these, a drum throne, and see what we can get for some butt shaking action and check it out. So let's go ahead and take a look at this M-Force motor for a second here. It's got some terminals here. There's actually two connections here, and they're wired in series. I've taken off the overcurrent limiter for some testing that I've done on this unit, but normally there's a limiter right there that prevents it from accepting too much power, but we don't need that. We don't need those protection mechanisms for what we're doing. So let's go ahead and hook this up and see what happens if we connect this up to a 12-volt battery. All right, and connect this here and here. All right, that's cool. We get some sparks. Let's go ahead and check that out. It's a 0.6 ohm load, so it's drawing a good amount of power there. We can see that its excursion is, let's see, if my thumb's about an inch, so I'll go up here. Oh, about 3/4 of an inch off of a 12-volt battery. And if we reverse it, it should go the other way. Ooh, fireworks, yeah. All right, and these things are getting hot in my hand. It's pulling some juice. All right, so there's our drive motor. Here is our device to be driven, and we just got to come up with a way to make this thing work. And I've gone through a couple different options here, and I'll show you what I came up with. Let's go ahead and take this out of the way. Oh. And here we have the M-Force driven tripod drum seat throne. Look at the size of this drive. I mean, you've seen some possibly, if you've checked out, there's a lot of butt kickers and various actuators that people mount on drum seats. You know, and they're like this big, hockey pucks, big hockey pucks, even the butt kicker. This is maybe 6 or 8 of those things, if not more. And this is a tremendous beast of a magnet structure. And what I've got here is I've got this mounted at approximately a 45-degree angle. It's slightly different. I had to modify the angle just slightly in order to get it to work. And it's mounted to a shock-absorbing block of wood here that's we've got the pin coming up bolted to that, and there's some compressed rubber grommets, and then this is then clamped onto the threads of the throne, and that is our main drive. We can see that here. And then in order to facilitate the motion, in here I've got this rear leg mounted on a rubber pad. So there's actually a pass-through rubber, silicone rubber pad here that allows that to move and bounce freely. This thing's pretty violent in its motion here. So I've got the legs strapped down with nylon straps, double screwed to this Baltic birch plate that has a handy dandy carrying handle, which pretty much there's no way you're going to be carrying this around by that handle, but it does help to pick it up at first. All right, let's see what this thing does. I'll do it without the seat to start with. All right, so we've got this hooked up to an NL4, and this is being driven off of one channel of a PowerSoft X4 amplifier. Now the X4 amp is rated at 5,000 watts into 2 ohms, and this is a 0.6 ohm load, though it maxes out due to the power supply around 5,000 watts. So about as much as we're going to get into this is about 5,000, and it may derate a bit going into this very low impedance load due to the massive amount of current involved. I haven't done an actual calc on the power that it is drawing, but it should be significant, in the thousands. All right, so let's go ahead and fire it up. All right, well, that was exciting. I must admit I'm a little scared of this thing. If I put my hand in the wrong spot, I'm afraid it's going to break my fingers as it's jumping around. This has got a massive amount of energy. I mean, I couldn't stop this thing if I wanted to with all my strength. Oh, I got a little adrenaline rush with that. Let's go ahead and throw the seat on. And see what happens. All right. I'm a little nervous. Turn this down. All right. Low volume, it's fine. Ooh, that power soft amp really got excited about that. Well, that's fun. But why build something like this if you're not going to ride it? So let's go ahead and see what happens if we actually sit on this thing. So for that, I've got to put it on the floor. All right, let's give this thing a go. Should we turn it up all the way and just go for it? Why not? Okay. What's the worst thing that could happen? Exciting. I definitely noticed that you definitely notice that it's there. Now what I did with this thing when I first made it, is I brought it to the Namm Show, and the first time I set it up connected to set it up connected to an electronic drum set so you can actually hit the kick and feel it. And then the next year, I got some 3D, some VR headsets, and I put 2 super subs behind, and I took 2 of these vibrating plates, which I'll do a video and show you, that make the floor move, and I mounted this on top of the moving floor in front of the 2 30-inch subs with the VR headset, and then put on the virtual roller coaster. And it was so unnerving and realistic and disorienting that standing up, people were falling off the chair, and it made you nauseous. It was a very realistic and lifelike experience. I have some videos of that. Cool. Just thought I'd share one of the little toys I made with you all. Cool. I hope you found that interesting, and thank you for joining. Oh, also, I got a lot of requests for Soundy McSoundface shirts. So I drew some graphics of a bunch of speakers on a big truck, and went to an online shirt making thing, and so if you want a Soundy McSoundface shirt with a big sound truck on it, loaded with super subs and rat traps, you should be able to see that on the channel here on YouTube. And go to the Spreadshirt store, And yeah, something fun to do. All right. Thanks for joining, and very cool.